across midfield and left downwind 31 left, 7140 Sierra.
All right, 40 Sierra, you need to talk into the microphone, fly over downtown Palm Springs and make a 360.
One more circle will do for you.
Thank you.
Oh, God, that was horrible. I don't think the N95 mask is really going to work.
I'm Jason Miller, a full-time professional flight instructor. On the Finer Points channel, you can join me as I bring you tips and tricks that I've learned from 20 years on the flight line.
Hello aviators, welcome back to the Finer Points. I'm here at Signature Aviation Palm Springs. I'm going out on my first flight today since this whole COVID-19 thing. The last flight I had was March 13th, I think, so it's been more than 60 days. And I just don't feel right jumping back into an airplane with students, you know, having not flown that long. Very cool. Mitch, one of the followers on Instagram, showed up here today in his 182 and is going to sit quietly in the left seat while I get current and proficient again. Very cool of him to do that.
I'm happy to do it. This is my support of your channel, all right?
All right, I will.
And I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that I would do, that I am going to do, to go blow off the cobwebs, because here I am. I'm officially a rusty pilot. Now, to make sure that we're being responsible and everything, I am going to be wearing my mask. Another awesome dude online gave me these N95 masks. So I'm going to wear a mask when I'm in the airplane with Mitch. And not touch my face and wash my hands and all that sort of stuff. But other than that, I feel pretty good about it. You know, if you want to be really, really serious about the germs, I think the thing you have to do is get a 3M mask. If you don't want any chance of any infection whatsoever, you could put a mask like this on. This is an N95 mask with the little filter. You could put it on and somebody could have Ebola and be breathing in your face. And if you're wearing it properly, you wouldn't contract the disease. But wearing it properly is not as easy as it sounds. I mean, there's a reason that all those doctors you see on TV have a bruise around their face, because once you put on a mask like this, you just don't take it off. They leave it on all day long, and you have to get the seal perfect, because all the air you're breathing has to come through this filter. And what I find in the flight that I do today is that air traffic control can't really hear, so it's very difficult to get that mic in the right spot. But what are your options if you're a CFI and you want to take this seriously? I mean, you can either just throw caution to the wind and say, forget about it, I'm not wearing anything, and I'll just wash my hands and try not to touch my face and hope nobody breathes a virus in my face. You know, but let's be honest, you have to do dual instruction, so you're going to be getting in and out of airplanes with people you don't know very well. These are confined spaces. So there is middle ground, right? You can wear a mask like this. This is just sort of a homemade thing. Or this cool thing I got from Steve Randall from Alaska Airlines, right? This is like a packaged thing that's just cloth, and that will limit the possibility that you're going to breathe in any virus, but it certainly isn't a full Ebola protection like you get in the N95 mask. So I've been experimenting with how I'm going to return to flight instruction. You're going to see in this video today how this N95 mask presents certain challenges. So the first thing we do is just kind of review the procedures. I mean, so much of my flying is ritualized, and it just helps me kind of blow the dust off and remember, you know, who I am as a pilot if I can just kind of go through that ritual and make sure that I hit all my procedures and do that slowly and with intention. One of the things that helps keep me current is my little ritual, the way I do things. So I'm just going to kind of start with a passenger briefing. There's nothing I need to know about the airplane that's unusual, right?
Not particularly. It's got a 530. It does have a S-Tech autopilot.
7140 Sierra is ready to taxi.
7140 Sierra, runway 31 left, taxi via Whiskey 2, Whiskey Alpha.
Okay, taxi 31 left via Whiskey 2, Whiskey Alpha for 7140 Sierra. Alright, so we both agree that is
right.
Alpha. And as we turn right, I see turn coordinator goes to the right, numbers increase. Compass is also showing numbers increasing to the right. So we're at the right runway. This is 31 left. The winds are slightly from the left, but they're not too bad today. We got plenty of runway, so I don't think we need an abort point. 1,000 feet above the airport is 1,400 feet. We'll try to get there as soon as possible. I'll just do a VY climb up to 14. Let's see what else. If we have an issue before 1400, I'm going to, if we're on the runway, I'm just going to power back and stop. If there is a problem after rotation, I'm going to pitch forward to keep the plane flying. I'm going to push everything full forward. If there's no response, we're just going to land on the runway in front of us. And the same is true if there's no runway remaining. Heading matches. Yep. Engine gauges are checked. Pressure's looking good. I hope you don't mind, but I brought some of my friends from YouTube today.
Awesome.
The second thing is, once we got airborne, I just wanted to slow the airplane down and feel the low end of the envelope there. Minimum controllable airspeed, feel out where the stall horn is, make sure I'm looking at my Lindbergh reference and able to control the plane and just kind of reminding myself where all those visual references are.
Alright, so one thing that I like to do to just kind of get myself back in the right visual reference place is just some slow flight, get the nose high, and just start dealing with the low edge of the envelope. Just slow the airplane down to something like minimum controllable airspeed. Probably a little faster than that today because we're bouncy. But just really getting the nose high and trying to get myself back to the visual references that I see here. Sideways part of the forward window. Altitudes all over the place. I don't hear your stall horn.
You're not quite there. You're at 70.
There it is.
Then I thought it'd be fun to do a lazy 8. Again, this is just about, stretching out, dexterity, feeling the airplane, making sure that I can do something that is known to me in many other airplanes in this new situation, new airplane, new environment, 60 days off.
Ever see the video we did on the lazy 8?
I think I did, but if you want to do one, I'm all for it.
Yeah, let's check it out. So let's slow down a little bit. Sort of feeling the lazy 8. Let's get a little bit of bank.
So far, I feel like my flying is really just horrible today. I mean, the air is really turbulent, it's very windy, but even on that lazy 8, I lost like 300 feet of altitude. So anyway, time to head back to the airport and log a few landings and see how that goes.
Tower for 7140 Sierra, would it be possible to cross midfield and enter left traffic for 31 for some laps in the paddock?
7140 Sierra, roger, cross over midfield, enter left downwind, runway 31 left.
Okay, cross midfield and left downwind 31 left, 7140 Sierra.
All right, 40 Sierra, you need to talk into the microphone, fly over downtown Palm Springs and make a 360.
Wilco, 7140 Sierra.
Cessna 40 Sierra, make one more 360.
40 Sierra, one more 360.
40 Sierra, you're coming in very weak on your transmissions.
One more circle will do for you.
Thank you. Cessna 40 Sierra, when you come out of that circle, you can re-enter the left downwind for runway 31 left. You're going to be following a biz jet, entering a 4-mile final for 31 left.
41 Sarah, following the biz jet, we're on left downwind.
Cessna 40 Sierra, follow the traffic, caution wave turbulence, runway 31 left, cleared for the option.
So I'm trying to use the numbers as an aiming point, but part of what's messing me up here is just that the surface winds are so strong, there's really no glide. It feels like we're in an elevator. The first 2 landings pretty much sucked.
It's at 371, only through and left, taxi via Alpha. 40 Sierra, wind 330, 10, gust 18, runway through and left, cleared for the option.
40 Sierra, cleared for the option, 31 left.
There we go. That's the one I was looking for. On the center line, protecting the nose wheel, straight and aligned with the runway. Oh, God, that was horrible. I don't think the N95 mask is really going to work. I mean, ATC couldn't hear me at all. Guy was getting pissed up there. About ready to rip that mask off, but I got to really look at that right there. I pull the mask off and I touch my eye, right? I mean, with the back of my hand, but still, I touch my eye. So that begs the question, is this even worth it? Does the cloth mask work? And is anybody going to be able to use the N95 properly? But I got to really, think about that commitment. If that's real, then flying might not be possible. I just want to say a huge thanks to Mitch for flying up here today and allowing me to fly from the right seat and sort of break the ice.
That was awesome. Big thanks to him.
Wow, you guys, that just felt horrible. I mean, look at that. I'm doing maneuvers that I do all the time, like the minimum controllable airspeed. I mean, I'm looking at that Lindbergh reference, and all I see is the horizon just bouncing around everywhere. I mean, there's like this general discomfort that you feel just getting back in the plane, so I think the procedures really help with that. Just kind of sticking to the ritual, making sure that I go through everything very, very slowly, very intentionally, the way I always do it. But what can you say about the flying? I mean, the Lazy 8, I lost 300 feet of altitude. The minimum controllable airspeed, you know, just felt wonky at best. And my first 2 landings were horrible. Thankfully, I stuck it on the last time, but I'm really, really glad I went out and did that flight. If I went with a student before I had a chance to do that, it would have been ugly. So it's kind of funny. I always tell pilots flying is like the opposite of riding a bike, right? You're not anywhere near as good as you used to be, only you think you are. So 2 months off, you can definitely see that I'm rusty. Anyway, there's a few maneuvers, a few exercises you can go out and do. If you're a CFI, definitely do that by yourself before you let a student get on board. And if you're, you know, just any pilot out there, make sure you're doing that before you let passengers on board. But here we are, folks. We're back at it, and I'm happy about that. So huge thanks to you for watching this video. Huge thanks to the sponsors and to the patrons. Please come to learnthefinerpoints.com and get your free gift video. Lots of fun stuff there at the website now. Huge thanks to you, the best fans on the internet, for watching this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Consider coming and doing our airplane camp trip this summer, socially distanced with us in the mountains of California. And until next time, be safe and fly your best.